The heavy snow and wind scenario, that combination giving us blizzard conditions right now through Friday morning that we rarely ever see in the Sierra. So the consistent wind, excuse me, is what you're looking at right now, right around 20 to 30 miles per hour, folks. That is very strong. When you add in the wind gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour, that is enough to not only take down tree limbs, but trees themselves, and that's why we're seeing massive power outages right now. Now, I threw on the visibility map because in the mountains, it's a major issue. It's not related to fog. It is related to heavy snow and strong winds with near whiteout conditions in many locations. So the rain is one thing. The oranges and the reds, that's where the main line of the heavy rain is right now in Modesto, Turlock, and areas to the south. What you're left with is more scattered rain. So it's going to be on and off through the rest of today. But in the mountains, it's straight up whiteout conditions up high with heavy snow and very strong winds. And that's why we have a very rare blizzard warning, not for just the top of the passes, folks, but this goes down a couple thousand feet at least. So any travel in the Sierra today is going to be very limited. It is not advised whatsoever because once you lose your bearings, it's very difficult to get back on track. What else we're going to be looking at is the heavy snow that's going to be measured in feet, and the rain, while the heaviest stuff and organized rain has already moved through most of us, what we're going to be left with is the rest of the storm. We still have lots of rain to go through, at least half an inch to an inch for the rest of today with very cold conditions as well. Temperatures in the 40s down low, the 30s and the 20s up high. You know, this is warmer than yesterday technically because we had such cold temperatures and a hard freeze yesterday, but it's still a cold rain. This is what we have left for the rest of today and tonight and tomorrow. The wind is going to elevate all the storm impacts. So we're looking at not only heavy rain potential still left to go, but with the wind, we're looking at the power outages that we have right now and dangerous conditions to fix the power outages. So it's not safe for crews until the wind dies down, and that will happen later on this morning. For many of us, right around 8 a.m., for some of us until about noon or so. So if the power is out and you're watching us on your phone right now, give it time because it's going to take a while for the wind to clear out. And for the snow is not stopping today, tonight, until tomorrow morning, and the blizzard conditions as well. So what to expect for the rest of today? Well, it's going to be a cold rain, heavy at times. It's going to start to pick up again this afternoon, and at the bottom of your screen, do not expect the wind to die down. Now, the heavy, strong gusts, the damaging gusts, that will die down later on this morning. But Brittany, there's just everything happening all at the same time. The only thing I can tell you is just hunker down and let Mother Nature do its thing because it's in charge right now.
That is the truth. The roadways are a mess, and you better believe we have team coverage tracking this storm for you this morning. Zach Fuentes, I know you're live in Sacramento near the airport. We have an overturned big rig. What's going on 5?
Well, Brittany, we spoke with CHP just a few minutes before setting up this live shot. They tell us that there's a total of 3 overturned big rigs. The good news is there are no injuries, according to CHP, but I'll just step out so you can kind of see what's going on. Traffic is being diverted as you're heading north on I-5 right by the airport. This is leading just into the airport. It's where you see that big airport sign, that gas station off to your right as you come in. So this is a pretty busy area. You see traffic being diverted up onto that bypass. Listen, let me tell you, this has been extraordinary conditions for driving this morning. We're in a news vehicle, which is a high-profile vehicle. So just imagine what big rigs are going through, trying to drive through these high winds. Really, I'd say it's the wind that is making it most difficult to drive versus the rain, although that continues to kind of pick up and go away throughout the morning. We've been out since about 2 a.m. Again, you're seeing a whole bunch of big rigs off to the side of the road, kind of waiting it out, and they're wise to do so considering what's been going on out here. But again, no injuries according to CHP with this overturned big rig, but it is definitely causing a traffic headache. So if you can stay home this morning, absolutely do that. I know the pandemic has afforded a lot of us that luxury. You don't want to be out in this, especially if you drive a high-profile vehicle. And also another warning I want to give you, watch out for down branches on the highways. CHP says in these conditions to drive slow, and you definitely want to do that. As we were driving on the freeway, if we were not driving slow, we would have hit at least a couple of big tree branches because it's dark at this time of morning. So definitely be careful on the roadways if you have to come out here. We're going to continue to monitor what's going on out here and get more information, have it for you on air and online as we get it.
Yeah, stay safe. I mean, listen, I've been doing traffic for 10 years, studied meteorology as a second profession. And I can tell you the roadways are a mess. You can see it, you can hear the wind on your roadways. And actually, I want to make sure you are prepared because a couple other closures you need to know about. A portion of I-5 is still shut down from a closure. This is 10 miles north of Reading because of heavy snow. Emergency crews hard at work late last night getting people off the roadways. But as you can imagine, traffic is a mess. And I want to show you this now. It's at the best looking thing, but it sets up the tone. Take a look at your screen. So this is the CHP CAD. These are all of the active accidents in Sacramento alone. We are looking at what, 50 different accidents. So that really does set up the tone for what to expect. So if you can stay home, we want you to. If you have to go into work like we do, we want to make sure you're prepared. So let's go to our traffic graphics. You can see right here a lot going on. I'm just going to hit the big ones. Happening now very close to where Zach was. An overnight accident, 99 northbound near Alberta. We have an accident involving a power pole. 99 northbound and southbound are blocked. That means if you have to travel, Garden Highway would be your best bet. Now, what Zach was talking about was an accident involving multiple tractor trailers. This is 5 near the airport. So again, you can try taking Old River Road, but guys, I mean, the roads are a nightmare today. We have a third closure. This is going to be in the Fairfield area. This is 80 eastbound at Travis Boulevard. You can think about taking Travis Boulevard, but you're going to see those slower drive times across the map. Again, you better believe our team is working for you. We'll stay connected on TV, online, and throughout the day. So the National Weather Service is also urging everyone not to get on the roads this morning. But if you have to get out, the California Highway Patrol is urging drivers who absolutely must travel to slow down. CAL FIRE shared this image out of Lake County where a driver had to be rescued from their car. They're calling on everyone to take it nice and slow on the roads.
One of the worst things that you can do is slamming on your brakes or applying your brakes too hard, because then you lose that traction between your wheels and the roadway. And then you never know, you're completely out of control until you actually gain that traction again. So what we really wanted to say is please, please, please keep those speeds down.
CHP says one of the best things you can do is be prepared. That means having food, water, and warm clothes on hand, having the necessary PPE like face masks in case CHP has to make any traffic stops. And we are tracking thousands of power outages for you this morning as we talk about the storm. Take a look at your screen. So this is the SMUD outage map right now. The company is now reporting more than 130,000 customers in Sacramento County are without power. They are encouraging people to report outages online. And this is the PG&E power outage map across the state this morning. They are also encouraging everyone to have flashlights ready. If you're using candles, please do not leave them unattended. At 4:38, that brings us to you and the question of the day and the weather. Has a storm caused damage in your area? You can vote on our app, abc10.com/vote. And of course, join the conversation on our ABC10 Facebook page. We really do value seeing your pictures and what you are going through this morning. Well, at 4:38, while you were watching at home, the homeless community is bearing the brunt of the storm. Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg had some strong words for the city council last night over what he says is too much red tape and getting warmer shelters up and running for the homeless.
There's a huge storm out here. People are going to die tonight. We can't get a goddamn warming center open more than one night because the county has rules. I'm sick of this. Stop talking about anything but what it's going to take to bring more people inside in larger numbers.
A passionate plea right there. That video was captured by Sacramento Bee reporter Teresa Cliff. Sacramento Warming Center did not open last night as the storm rolled through. Now, generally, warming centers only open when the temperature is forecast to fall below 32 degrees at night. But my goodness, the weather really is a mess. Well, 4:39 coming up. What happens if you're planning to get a COVID-19 vaccine this morning? We'll let you know what your options are while dealing with this storm.